I love this man, and I don't want to get a divorce, but lately, he wants to turn me into some kind of Stepford wife, like a robot. I'm just like,
you cannot set an impossible standard because she will never meet those expectations.
Yeah, 2 babies during our marriage.
You need to stop having children until you learn how to be a responsible adult.
And I hear him talking about my wife wasn't nothing before I met her. Don't get me twisted, because I don't need you.
Sometimes the biggest takeaway is the lesson that you learn. Here is today's case.
A gaming addiction, a lack of affection, and a dying relationship. How much more can this woman take? Can he breathe life back into this relationship? Or is it game over? That's today's case on Divorce Court.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, as you know, we have a virtual audience and it's filled with your superfans. Today's superfan of the day is Tawanda from Lindenwold, New Jersey.
Tawanda, welcome to Divorce Court. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Your Honor, this is the case of Brown versus Snyder.
Thank you, Juan. Lakeisha Brown?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have brought Mr. Jordy Snyder.
Yes, Your Honor.
To divorce court today. I understand that the two of you have been in a long-term relationship over 2 years.
Yes.
But you are having a number of issues and you're making a decision whether to stay together or go your separate ways.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll hear from you first, Ms. Brown. Why don't you give me some background on your relationship?
Yes, Your Honor. Me and Jordy, we've known each other for 4 years, and we started dating 2 years in, and it was phenomenal. It was everything, the butterflies, the fireworks. Fell in love with Jordy. We became friends before lovers. We met each other in the gym. We used to work out faithfully. I would go every Tuesday and Thursday to my little, yoga, Zumba classes, and we would talk. And then finally, he mustered up, the guts to ask me out. And of course, I was waiting. I was like, yes. And we used to go on dates. We did all of that. And then we found out we had a commonality in working, so we both modeled. So we started doing shoots and stuff together. And then all of a sudden, it started fizzling once we decided to move in together. And then I found out his real lover. His real lover was his video game. I did not know that. I mean, because of the time we spent together, it would be at the gym, we're dating, we're going to the movies, we're going out to dinner.
And you submitted a photo of that lover.
I did.
What do you have to say about this, Mr. Snyder?
My first lover is not the game. I'm a gamer at heart.
When you say you're a gamer, are you making money playing video games, or is this just a hobby?
This is a hobby.
So you're not making any money?
No, ma'am. This is a hobby I've been doing for quite some time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But when you first started out at the gym and going to yoga and sharing your frappuccinos, she didn't know that you were playing games every other minute of the day?
She did not know I was playing the game, but I took all my time to make sure that she was always happy. So the game always came second to her.
You tricked me, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
You weren't living together yet?
No, ma'am.
So she didn't quite know about your schedule as much?
She knew I played the game. She just did not know how much I've played the game.
What do you say? How do you say this has impacted your relationship, though? You say you have some real life examples of how this has hurt your relationship.
We had a time we were supposed to go to the movie. So, of course, I buy the movie tickets. I'm super excited. This is like as of recent. And I'm like, Jordy, come on, let's go. You know, it's time to go to the movies. He's sitting there on the couch, shirt on, boxers, going away. And I'm like, let's go, let's go. I love to see the previews because I want to know, we've been in a pandemic. I want to know what's coming up the next time we're going to the movies. So I'm like, Jordy, come on, we got traffic, let's go. He's still playing. Okay, we got like 2 minutes. So I'm in the car, I'm in the garage, carbon dioxide blowing, you know, bum, 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 bum. He's still not coming. I'm like, really? I go in and I snatch the cords. You know, I don't want to be physical with his first love, but I had to. So I snatched the cords. And then he comes, of course, but he's angry. And I'm angry. It's an awkward ride. We get to the movies. We've missed all of the good previews. It's literally 5 minutes into the movie. And we're just watching the movie and it's awkward silence, you know? And after the movies, he calls an Uber. I didn't know where he went, but he just said, I need time alone, and, you know, I'm just gonna need a little breather. So, you know, I decided to call his mom to kind of be like, to vent a little bit. Feel like, you know, this is crazy. And when she picks up the phone, she's like, hi, you coming over? Jordy's here. I'm like, oh, Jordy's there? She said, yeah, he's here over here on this game.
So he went to her house to play the games.
Yeah.
And how often do you play?
Every single day.
How
But
many
the
hours a
time-
day?
In my mind, it seems like 30 minutes, but you can never keep track of how much you play the game.
So let's go
because
outside of your mind. How much is it in real life, real time?
In real time, probably 45 hours. But
45 hours
to
for
be,
what?
in
A
my
week?
defense, 45 hours a day.
Okay, they're 20. So you're
But
exaggerating,
in my,
saying you play all
In
day.
my defense, I work about between 8 and 12 hours a day. So when I come home, I just want to relax my mind and just have me time.
So you say you try to gauge his interest.
So it was Valentine's Day, and I'm like, I cooked the dinner. I cooked his favorite. And I'm like, do you smell that, Jordy? He's on the couch. Yeah, smell that. It's gonna be good. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Do you know it's Valentine's Day? Yeah, I got you some stuff. I get you some stuff in the back. He's still gaming, right? And I'm like, okay, Jordy, well, I go walk in front of him in the big, mind you, we had an 80-inch. I walk in front of the TV, and I, you know, have my nice little lingerie on, real red lips, you know, just looking really young.
Donna, it's not like I didn't compliment her.
What happened?
He actually didn't. He didn't see me. He's literally like, he has a whole headset on his bald head. It's a microphone, and you hear all his little friends coming through. So I pulled the jack, and they're like, dude, you need to go be with your lady, dude. You get off the game, dude. You know, they're telling him to get off the game. He's like, nah, it's good. So I'm
Wow.
like, really? Really, Jordy? The food's getting cold. So I went and sat down, and I started eating the dinner. And then I decided to eat his portion as well. And then I went to sleep.
Mr. Snyder, what do you have to say about Valentine's Day? Were you ducking and dodging, looking at her so you could see the
I
TV?
was not ducking and dodging her. Eventually, I did get off the game, but she had like it was late during the night, which it wasn't. It was like at 8 p.m. Why not give me a few more minutes on my game, and then I'm gonna get off the game, turn everything off, and go spend time with her. So
You winning at the games, but you're losing in life, sir.
But Your Honor, it's not like I'm not spending time with her. We go to bed together, and I spend time with her right there.
Oh,
so
okay.
why would she get mad about that part?
So he has a best friend, and the things I'm concerned about in our relationship, she's also concerned about, and they're not in a relationship other than a friendship.
What is going on with your social media? Because you say that there's an issue with social media.
It was a social media video that came out of couples working out together. I posted that video. I said, oh, I would like a workout partner. She never replied.
So you posted a TikTok video to looking for gym partners.
Looking for a gym partner just for like a little workout partner.
Okay.
Nothing more, nobody to be a lover, nobody to be...
What was the issue with
Can I
that?
explain that, Your Honor? The actual video was a man flipping a woman up on his neck, picking up stuff there. This, you know, like, kind of like sexual workout stuff, and he's saying, I wish I had a workout partner like this.
Did you get any response?
That's what I took it as.
If she did the same thing, ma'am, a lot of guys would message her.
But she didn't. You did. So I'm asking, did
Yes,
you get
ma'am.
some
Yes,
replies?
Your
Did you
Honor.
start going to the gym? Did you find a new workout buddy?
Your Honor, I do not reply to those DMs.
Let me see the comments that you submitted to court on from Mr. Snyder's social media. You are really one hot male model. Hope to meet you, baby. And you respond, thank you. And that's just you being polite to the fans.
That's me being polite to the fans.
But listen, I'm not the only one who complains about this. So he has a best friend he's had over 10 years, and she asks, a lot of times I actually sit back because she'll complain about it before me. She calls Jordy and she says, you know, that's inappropriate. She actually attacks the females on social media. So I just sit back. She tells him it's inappropriate.
Have you met her?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We get along pretty well. But it's just piqued my interest because the things I'm concerned about in our relationship, she's also concerned about, and they're not in a relationship other than a friendship. So I asked him, I said, Jordy, do you think she's in love with you? And Jordy told me one day, he was like halfway asleep, you know, and he was like, I think she kind of is, but oh no. So I had a conversation with his mom, because me and his mom are close.
Okay, and I understand that you asked his mom to come and testify in this case today?
I did.
Okay, so Miss Jackie Fulton is here.
Yes, she is.
Okay, Juan, would you please bring in the witness? Your own mama coming to court
Yes,
on your
ma'am.
girlfriend's behalf.
I did not do nothing wrong.
Miss Fulton, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here, ma'am.
You're welcome. It's so good to see you, Judge Faith.
It's good to see you, too. I'm really curious as to what your opinion is.
Lakeisha and Jordy lives an hour away from me. Sometimes I come home from work, and Jordy's at my house on the gaming system. He comes all the way to my area just to go to the gym. So when he finishes the gym, then he goes to my house. So by the time I get home from work, he's on the system. And I'm saying, where is Keisha? And he says, oh, she's home, or she's there, or she's there, or she's there. So I think he is married to the gaming system, and he should take more responsibility of Lakeisha
Thank you.
than he should. And I think, I love them both, but they were friends before they started a relationship. And I think that they are better off as friends instead of in a relationship.
He does have another friend that he games with, and you know who this young lady is that he's friends with.
I think when he gets angry at Lakeisha, he calls the other girl.
Do you think she's interested in him, and more than just friends? If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. You knew what she was going to say when she came out here today, right?
Yes.
You had some idea? But why does it upset you so much to hear her say it?
Because it did start off as a great friendship, and it bloomed to something more. And then I felt duped. I felt like I was slapped in the face with something. You know, like I had the red carpet laid out for me and then ripped from up under me at the same time. So I don't think that was fair to me. And I'm actually crying because it's almost feeling like I'm mourning a friendship and a relationship.
I want to ask Ms. Fulton another question, because you brought this up, and I would like some clarity on it. He does have another friend that he games with, and you know who this young lady is that he's friends with. Do you have an opinion about that?
I think they have known each other longer than he does Lakeisha. There's some times where she meddles, but I think it's more like if he doesn't tell her things, she would know what's going on between them two.
Wow.
So I think when he gets angry at Lakeisha, he calls the other girl. And I think that's where communication starts. Now, as far as what kind of communication they have, I don't know.
Do you think she's interested in him, and more than just friends?
Definitely. Some conversations that I've had with her, she has mentioned it, not in so many words, but I can read between the lines.
Where do you think he stands?
I think he loves Lakeisha, but I think if he doesn't, like I said, if he doesn't tell her things, she would know as much as she does know.
Thank you, Ms. Fulton. I really appreciate your honesty.
Thank you.
Today. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Mr. Snyder.
Yes,
That was interesting, because it's one thing to have your girlfriend come into court and tell her story, tell her side. It's a whole nother situation when your mama comes in and speaks her truth from someone who you know loves you.
Yes, Sean.
Who you know wants your best interest at heart. And she came in today and said, you're just not ready to be in a relationship, not just with her, See, it's never about you. And you can't take this personal and think that this is about you, because it's really not. It's just about anyone who, you can't be in a relationship with anyone right now because you don't have the emotional availability. At this point in your life, you're choosing a video game. And I have to tell you, Mr. Snyder, you said the time that you spend together with her is in the evenings when it's time for you to go to bed. It's gonna be real interesting some years down the road when you roll over at night, there's not gonna be anyone there. You better be able to cuddle up with that game console. There aren't too many women who are going to put up with you making the games a priority over your relationships. And over time, they're going to leave, which is what's happening now. So it's going to be a question of you and your priorities. If you have an addiction to gaming, which it sounds like if you don't, that's where it's headed, because you're making it a priority over all the other relationships in your life, then that's something that you need to address, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you're 35 hours a week outside of work, that's like having another full-time job that you don't make any money from. And the reason is it's a hobby, that's what you call it. You're not being honest with yourself. You're not being honest with yourself. And then when you start sneaking to your mother's house, which is what is happening, you're going to her house so she doesn't know where you are and that you're playing video games. And you think it's safe because you're going to visit your mom, and that's what you can say when you're really just going to play games. So you got to start being honest with yourself, sir. Because in this courtroom, let me tell you something. It's as much as an addiction as alcohol or drugs. Don't think just because it's not hurting your body that it's not an addiction, because it's hurting your life and your relationships. What's so sad about this case is we hear the worst of the worst every single day. And here we are in court, two beautiful people who have so much going for themselves in their lives. There's just no reason why the two of you couldn't be in a really happy home. I mean, your mother loves her, but you're just not there. You're just not available. And what do you think about addressing your gaming habits when you leave court? What do you think about that? Do you think you need to?
I actually should. After all this and hearing all this come out of her mouth, saying all this, and especially what my mom said too, I would actually back away from the game at least 15 to 25 hours a week. So I could actually give her the time that she needs and take her out more on dates so I could see her smile more. So, and especially since the way we met and how we met, and we had a nice time. We had nice dinners, nice everything. And I do miss all that. So.
Well, good for you. I hope that this could be a new beginning for the two of you, because as sad as she was in court today, in the long run, if you don't change, if you don't make the effort that you just described, I think that you'll be sadder in the end.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
What his mom said when she said that we're better off as friends, I actually see us as more, and I don't want to go backwards. So I know it's either more or nothing.
And what I should do for her is make her my priority. Some of the actions I'm gonna take is, look at her, she has a beautiful smile.
Aww.
So I just wanna make sure that I take her out on dates and make sure she's always happy, make sure she's always smiling, and just buy her little things or do little things for her to make sure she's always happy.
Aww.